Hey guys, it's Jessica Nora here with another Rituals for Transformation 108-day journey to your sacred life. Journal entry day 6 for me. Today's lesson was called I Forgive My Body. Good one for me. I've obviously talked about in the past some of the body image issues I've had and things like that, and I think that's pretty much what the first whole section of the book is about, which is good because we do need to get through our body image issues, and this has been helping me tremendously. Today's lesson was about forgiving your body, obviously, and kind of the overarching theme was how would it feel to accept your body just as it is, and a couple sentences that I had underlined that I wanted to share are basically, if you try to notice any expressions of resistance in your body, try to forgive each and every one. And I sort of focused on that in my meditation today. Also, if you have judgment, revealing the peace and gratitude that you have at your native state. So I'm going to get into that in just a second. If you guys want to check out this book, I'll link it in the description below so you can follow along and know what I'm talking about. If you're not doing this book, it's amazing. You should definitely check it out. Obviously today, sorry guys, I'm in my car. And the reason for that is because it's raining outside, and I just have noticed that it's doing me a lot of good to get up and out of the house early, and then I just bring my book with me and do it while I'm out. And I'm totally meditated in my car today like a Fruit Loop, but I really don't care because you know what? I'm not judging me and I don't care what anyone else thinks. So there you go. So meditating in the car with my little book, reading it, having a good old time. Anyway, so here we go. Let's get into it. So a couple of realizations I had today during my meditation was that excuse me, I'm grateful for my body, and I know that was like lesson 1, but it brought me back to it, was that I'm grateful for my body and what it can do. There's a lot of things my body can't do, and mostly it's because of, for me personally, because I'm a little overweight and I can't do some of the yoga poses and things like that I enjoy doing. I always struggle with the eagle pose. I don't know why. It looks so easy, but for some reason my body doesn't like to get in that pose. And even when I was smaller, I had a trouble with that particular pose. So I was just thinking, there's a lot of things I can't do, but there's a lot of things I can do that a lot of other people can't do. So I like to try to think about that and focus on the positives of what I can do, and realize that anything that I can't do, I'm pretty sure if I worked on it and really focused on it, I could probably eventually do it. So instead of focusing on what I can't do, I want to focus on what I can do and try to help my body get to the point where it can do those things. The other thing that came up for me in my meditation was about programming, and how, you know, when I was a small child, I really wasn't that judgmental of my body. I never thought about being overweight, which I really wasn't overweight as a child, but like I never had a body image issue. And people put that in my head, and I know that sounds weird, but like I remember like the first time I wanted to wear, well, maybe it wasn't the first time, but I remember one time wanting to pick out a bikini to wear as, you know, like a preteen. And my grandma, I love her dearly, she's a beautiful woman, but she said to me, "Ooh, I don't know if you should wear that." You know, she kind of put that idea in my head, like I might be a little overweight for that. And I was like, that didn't cross my mind before she said it. And then growing up, she would say things to me like that, and other people would say things to me about my weight or about my size, and it was kind of like a programming thing. And I love these people, and I'm not trying to speak bad of them, but I realize now that I really didn't have those issues in my mind until other people started to put them there. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I'm realizing this for myself. And then even in my adult life, I have people very close to me, and this is hard to say, and I hope you're not watching this, Dad, I love you, but but sometimes he's really hard on me about like my weight, and he'll say things to me about it, and yeah, like that's been an issue for me. Like certain people calling me out on things about my body that I know, but it's not really bothering me that much. Like I mean, obviously I want to be healthy and I want to lose weight and I want to do it for the right reasons, but I think other people putting pressure on you about your body affects you greatly. And I know they're doing it from a place of, you know, love and things like that, well-meaning, but sometimes it does more harm than good. I don't know if that makes sense, but to me, I'm realizing now that a lot of the images that I have of myself in my head are not my own. They're not mine. They're from other people. They are put there by other people who thought they were doing something good for me by pointing it out, but what they did was gave me a complex. And then, like, I remember when I was small, like, skinnier than I am now, you know, and people calling me out on like a little pudge, like when I would sit down on my stomach. I mean, I would give anything to have that small pudge back. Girl, I mean, let me tell you, I would take that small pudge in a heartbeat now. But back then, I thought I was so fat because when I sat down, a little bit poked over the top of my jeans. Like, and now that I'm looking back on that, I'm like, really, I was not big at all. So I don't know if people were, I don't know what their intention was. Sometimes people think they're meaning well, but really what they're doing is giving you another complex. So what I want to do is really focus on what I think of myself and try to leave the judgments of others behind, because I realize myself, I'm a people pleaser. That's something about me that I know. And I always want to make others happy. And I think part of that was trying to live up to their expectations of what I should physically look like. And I know that sounds a little weird and extreme, but I'm working this out in my head, so I hope it makes sense. But that's sort of the things that came out for me in my meditation today, is like, I am going to work on fully forgiving my body and accepting it as it is, but I'm going to really have to like block out the words and judgments of others, because I still get that to this day. People who think they mean well, and you know, even, oh, I remember, this is another thing I want to tell you. Sorry, random thought, but I remember when I was younger, like in my early 20s, and I was way skinnier than I am now. Like I was like, now that I look back on my life, I was like really in good shape. I really had a nice shape going on back then. Like now that I'm thinking back on it, I'm like, wow, I would give anything to look like I did back then. Back then, I don't know why, but people would say things to me like, oh, are you pregnant? And I literally had, like, now that I look back on that, I really was not fat. I didn't have a belly. There was no need for them to ask that question. So it almost makes me wonder if sometimes people try to put thoughts in your head just to mess with you. I know this sounds crazy, and it's just, I'm just going with it, just to hear me out. But it just makes me wonder, like, do sometimes people say things to you to give you a complex? Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're jealous of you. I don't know. I'm just telling you from my experience, and this is what's coming out for me today with this meditation and this lesson, is that not only do you have to forgive yourself, but you have to forgive others for judging you, and you have to let their words go. Because now that I'm looking back at some of the things people said to me when I was in my early 20s, and I was really like, if I look back at pictures of myself and think back mentally, I looked pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wasn't like a model, but I would give anything to have that body back right now. So what I'm saying is, try not to let the words of others affect you so much, and really just focus on you and what you feel and what you know. And forgive yourself, forgive the people in your life who may mean well and come at you from a place of love, but also the people who maybe they don't mean so well, and maybe they're just trying to tear you down. Anyway, that's my thoughts for today. Let me know what you got out of this lesson. Let me know if you agree with me or if you think I'm cuckoo. Either way, I want to hear what you have to say. Also, thank you for watching another journal entry with me. If you enjoy these, please like the video, and if you want to, you know, when I put these out, subscribe, check it out, tell me what you think, give me your honest feedback. I want to know what you think. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you guys later. Bye.